So hey guys, so we're live here for War of the Lance, the DragonLance DL11 game that came out kind of in the middle of the original DragonLance campaign. So the game starts out in March, April of 348. So down here's the turn tracker. The High Lord armies have the advantage. And I got this from DL Saga's website, Adam's website. In that first year of the war, Ariakas, he was sending emissaries to the east, to Khur, to the Bloodsea Isles. And in 348, the red and green wings invaded the nation of Nordamar, which fell in less than 2 weeks to the dragon armies. The blue wing went into the New Sea for a future invasion of Abyssinia, and at some point the blue wing got redirected to go north instead into the lands of Feal-Thas and others. So that's what you guys can kind of expect. So I'll set up the dragon armies for their advance in the Dark Temple. So I'm not going to place the Dark Temple yet. Historically, the Dark Temple went into Sanction, but Sanction doesn't start out under High Lord control, so I'll leave that undefined for now. So no Draconians are showing up yet. This war actually takes place 3.5 full years before the books start, is when the war started. Which is kind of interesting. I don't know why they didn't know there were dragons about after 3.5 years of dragon armies attacking. So when you're doing the event roll, you can just roll, whatever side of die. There are events in the pool, so there's 18 to start. So I'll do a /R D18 and got a 17. So unfortunately for me, that's a Whitestone Wizard. And wizards, you'll see in the movement section, basically when you move, they can go anywhere on the map. And they provide a big bonus on attacks and a big bonus on defenses. The next step is activation. This is where you basically start bringing in other countries into the war. And on odd turns, which this is, the High Lord army goes first, then the Whitestone army. So to reflect what they're trying to do, Ariakas is sending emissaries around the world there to the Bloodsea Isles, to Khur, and to Khur. I will start out with Khur. So its activation number is a -2 for Whitestone. So you'd have to roll a d10 and get -2 or lower. There's ways you can get a modifier so that it's possible, but it's really, really hard. And for the High Lord player, that's always the second number. And for Khur, it's a 7. So I need to roll a d10 and try and get a 7 or lower to activate Khur. So here we go. /R d10. 2. Okay, so that activates Khur in High Lord control. So I'll get rid of this Whitestone general. Khur becomes a High Lord nation. I'm going to put it in the High Lord pool over here, just a copy of its leader. So I have somewhere to put its forces when they deplete. And then I have to put Khur, its forces, within its boundaries. It's always good to keep at least one force in your capital, because if your capital is lost to an enemy, you lose all your armies. So I'll put 1 in the capital, I'll put 2 on the border there, and I'll put their leader with those 2 armies. There we go. Okay. So that is the activation stage for me. Now the Whitestone players get to activate. So I'll just take the first person list, Doug.
Yep.
Which nation would you try to activate in favor of the Whitestone forces?
Okay, I think we would try and activate something relatively close. So let's say Khur instead of Khur.
So roll a /R space d10. You got to get 3 or lower.
/R space d10.
4. Okay, nope. So not successful, so it's still unactivated. And that is it.
Okay.
Next step is initiative. And for the first round, the High Lord wins. But at future rounds, roll a d4, and the high side will win. Ties will go to the previous winner.
Okay. You want me to roll that?
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That'll be for next round.
Got it.
Then movement. There is no Whitestone forces, so I might as well. Well, no, I'll go second. So Whitestone gets to go first. There's no one. You can put that wizard anywhere you want, but he doesn't do anything really with no forces, and you don't want him to die. So, Doug, you can take the wizard who's right here and put him in any city you want as part of your movement.
Okay, the wizard is that sword above the 12. Is that right?
It is the lightning bolt there above the 12.
The lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's place.
While you're doing that, I'm going to set up my High Lord forces, which I should have already actually done.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be the green wing and the red wing going north. So I'm going to take reds and greens, put them going north there, and then cavalry there. And I'll have Ariakas with the cavalry, and the reds with Ariakas, and another general here. Okay. Now let me put the rest of the generals around. Now, if I were to move my ground forces right here into Khur, then Khur would get activated in one side or the other. So it's generally not good to try and move into a country, because the side not invading gets a big bonus on that activation. So I'm not going to actually move anyone into Khur. but I'll have my dragons ready, and the whites, blues there, blacks there. And then the best leader, I'll have Kitiara go in that direction with the blues. And then the rest of the generals, I'm going to put them just to the left of the city. They're all in the city, basically, is what we'll say, until I move them somewhere else. Okay, so that I should have done all that to start setting up. Now, movement, I'm going to have the ground armies moving 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the cavalry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2, 3, there. Okay, so I moved everyone, and I didn't actually invade Nordmar yet, so it doesn't get auto-activated. And that is it for that turn. I didn't attack anyone. That's the end of the round. Now we're going to turn 2. So we're coming in. The dragon armies are moving towards Nordmar, coming into the May-June timeframe at 3:48. And now it's an even turn, so it's going to be the High Lord or the Whitestone forces taking a strategic event. So Doug, going to roll a /R space D17.
Sure. /R space D17. All right. What an odd dice.
15. Okay, so that's a High Lord wizard offsetting the Whitestone wizard. So that I'll put with my forces.
And do you want to know where the wizard was placed for the Whitestone forces before?
I don't need to. Nah.
Okay. Didn't know if that would affect you. Okay.
Okay. So he starts there. That's the events. Now activation. Okay. Even turn. Whitestone gets to try and activate first. So do you want to try and activate someone, Doug?
Yes. Since you are amassing forces in the north, let's pick that country to the north that you're.
Nordmar. Okay. Got to roll 3 or lower. /R space D10.
/D10.
Not activated yet. I'm going to try and activate. I'm going to try and activate Khur. So I got to get a 6 or lower. /R space D10. Khur not activated either. Okay, that's activation. And then initiative. Now we're both going to roll a D4. And a tie will go to the High Lord armies since they had the initiative to start first round. So we're going to roll a D4. Okay. High roll. So that's still High Lord initiative. And that's it. You have no army still, so I'll have you go first. So basically you can move that wizard anywhere you want. And then I'll go.
Okay. Yeah, we'll move the wizard to Goodland.
The ogres are moving out of Kern to the south. The dragon armies are moving towards North Keep. So for that, I move into Nordmar with Ariakas here. And that will trigger us trying to activate Nordmar. So activating by invasion. The non-invader gets to try and activate first. So that's the Whitestone forces. So Doug, try to roll D10 less than or equal to 5 now to get Nordmar on your side. No, so now I can try and activate them. Less than or equal to 3. And I got him. Nice. Okay, so Nordmar is now they saw the dragons coming and they said, no, we give. So I'll put Nordmar in the High Lord pool. There we go. And then I need to put all their armies out. Now, since I activated them by invading them, they don't get to move at all this turn. But might as well get their armies going to the west. There's that. Okay, so he moved 1 space to enter 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 down to the south. And these guys, 4. Oh, that's down there. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. So they're moving. The ogres are moving. Khur's still not activated. That's it for that. So Nordmar is already defeated. And now we're going into July, August. And it's an odd round. There's no replacement still. I get a roll for the strategic event. So that'd be a /R space D16. It's a 10, so activation +3, so it's going to be a good chance to activate an army, and I get to go first for activation. So I'm going to use that +3 to try and activate Khur. That means I'll activate him on a 9 or lower, which I fail, even with the +3. And that +3 goes away. That's just a one-time thing. Wow. And now the Whitestone forces get to try and activate someone.
Whew, we got to get somebody. How about Goodland?
Okay. It's a 5 or lower for Goodland.
Okay. Nope. My God.
Okay, so now the Whitestone forces are moving. I'm going to have Nordmar start heading down to the south. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kalaman is invaded by the north forces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the ogres are coming to the south. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the dragon armies with Ariakas. Cavalries can go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 there. And that's it for that. No reason to invade Khur yet. That's it for that turn. So now we are into September, October of 348. And that is your guys' turn to draw a strategic event. So go ahead and roll a D15, looks like. Doug?
D15. Okay.
9. You get an activation +2, and you guys get to try and activate first this turn. Who'd you like to go after?
Does anybody have any suggestions? Because I have been falling flat, and I will try it. Maybe Zakar?
Try Silvanesti.
Oh, Silvanesti? Sure.
Yeah.
It's a 5, so a 7 or lower.
7 or lower.
Yep.
I like it. Oh, no. I did it wrong. D10. Let's see. 7 or lower.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, my God.
So that activation goes away. And now I get to try and activate. I'm going to try and activate a sanction. So /R space D10. 6 or lower for that. Got it. And I'm going to put immediately this...
sanction is a 0/6. Does that mean you need a 10?
It means, no. The left number is activation for Whitestone. And the right number is activation for High Lord. So you'll see guys that are pretty aligned naturally to High Lord, like the ogres having a high number on the right. And people pretty aligned to the good guys having a high number on the left.
I see.
And of course, this awesome artwork is the Temple of Sanction, where we start making draconians from the good dragon eggs.
Wow.
Okay, so I made that city. Oh, and I need to get sanction, Whitestone, delete, and copy the High Lord. Now, one thing to note for activating now, I have effectively got control of 3 other nations on the High Lord side. The chance of activating the knights, like Feal-Thas and Kirgoth and Northern Urgoth and Gunther, increases for every country I take. So I should put like an asterisk by those. But anyway, every country that joins the High Lord Coalition, the chance of activating those nations, the Whitestone Knights, goes up by 1. So right now, for example, Feal-Thas is a 3. For you guys, it's now a 6 or lower would activate it. So that keeps getting more and more in your favor. See, activate sanctions. So sanctioned ships are all stacked up basically in the port. I'm going to put them just to the left over here. And its ground forces are all in the city. Now, this is funny because you can't stack 3 ground units in a city, but there's only 1 square sanction can have. So I won't be able to do more until they move out. Oh, and that's another thing. When you're getting replacement forces, they go into your city, and if there's no room for them to go into your city, you can't put them there. So you need to start thinking it like that when you start losing troops, to get one of your troops out of your city so you can put the reinforcements in there. I might change that so that you can always stack up as long as they move out right away. Okay, so sanction is on the High Lord side now. This is the 4th turn, and you guys have we haven't rolled initiative yet, so let's roll initiative.
Okay,
D4. Yep.
Okay.
Got 3.
The calls for me. Whoa.
Let's see. The ogres are coming. There's really no reason for me to attack her, so I should be able to take it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they start heading toward Gulund. 4. And Ariakas with his cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gets clear to there. Those guys are coming around there. That's good. Okay, sanctioned troops. So sanction's got some boats. And I actually have to move boats first, so I'll just skip their movement for now since I didn't do that. No one else attacking. That should be that round. So now we're coming to the winter of the first year, and this is an odd turn, so High Lord will roll for the strategic events first. And we have now left 14 of them. Got a 5 activation +1. And the High Lord tries to activate first, so I'm going to try and do Khur. So it'll be a 7 or lower. Got Khur. So Whitestone goes away. Copy Khur to the pool over here. Now, Whitestone's turn. And now, any of the Knight nations, there's going to be at +4 to try and activate them.
Okay, can you run down those names again? They're the ones to the west, right?
They're the ones to the west. So you have Feal-Thas on a 7 or lower now. Kirgoth on a 7 or lower. Northern Urgoth on a 7 or lower. And Gunther on an 8 or lower now.
Okay, so let's do Feal-Thas.
Okay.
So that would be a D10.
Yep.
A D10. All right.
Okay.
Thank
Finally.
goodness.
Okay, so do you want, Doug, do you want to take Feal-Thas or pass?
Great question. I will take Feal-Thas just to put somebody on the board. and
Okay,
and go.
so you'll be controlling Salah-Khan, and the next army to activate will go to the next person on the list. And if anyone wants to take over the High Lord forces from me at any time, you can. But since you just activated Salah-Khan, go ahead and put your armies out where you want them within the dotted line border of Salah-Khan. So Salah-Khan has a city right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a fortress right here. It's got bordered by deep rivers on the north there, up until that double blue line. That river's deep, so you can only pass it at a ford. The bluish river, they're shallow enough that you can move through them, but it just takes one extra square movement. So it's got a blue river on its east. Oh, after Salah-Khan is activated, I think you also activate the High Clerist's Tower. Let me double check. These are Knights of Solamnia armies, increases by 1 for each nation. As soon as the first of these nations is activated, the Whitestone player puts the 3 Tower Knight armies in the High Clerist's Tower and controls them as his armies. So again, this is special. You shouldn't be able to have 3 armies in a fortress, but the High Clerist's Tower is special.
Cool.
So I'm going to grab those 3 armies, put them over here. And that's the picture you see with the dragons fighting. That's the High Clerist's Tower behind it. Okay, so we'll put all 3 of these guys here.
And that's all part of Salah-Khan, that big curve up. Is that right?
Yes. So Salah-Khan's northern border is right here. The dotted line western border here. And actually, it goes all the way to the sea over here.
Yeah.
Anywhere within that dotted line, you can place your forces. So stacking forces. Basically, you can stack 2 armies together. Oh, here we go, stacking. Okay. So you can have unlimited number of leaders in a place. You can have 2 air armies and 2 ground armies. In a fortified city, you can put 3 armies. So you can actually have 3 in a city. So when you're getting reinforcements, you want to have no more than 2, so the reinforcements can come in.
I see. And then as far as cities, you have the capital, and then...
Yeah. So the knights are special. You won't lose control of any knightly realm until you lose control of all knightly realms. So you'd have to lose the High Clerist's Tower, both of the fortress and city in Salah-Khan, the city in Sergoth, the city in Northern Urgoth, and the city in Gunther before you lose your knights. So that's good. They're pretty strong. Oh, and then we copy Salah-Khan over there. I'm going to put your name by it. Or I'm going to just put your name. It's already in the pool.
Yep.
Put your name by Salah-Khan.
And I did not move the wizard at all, if that was something that needed to be done.
Yeah, not yet. You can on movement for this turn. Okay, so you guys have someone activated finally. And that's turn 5. We've done activations. I need to place all the forces for Khur while you're doing the forces for Salah-Khan.
Sure.
Okay. 2 in the city.
Similar. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to ask is movement squares. Is it different for cavalry and...
Yeah, if you look at the number on the right on a token is how many squares they can move.
Okay, 5.
So you know your cavalry is probably 8. Yeah.
When the leader is 10. Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So I've got my army's force. I don't need to wait for you. You can keep moving your guys. In fact, I'm going to have, since I have the initiative, I can decide if you go first or I go first. So I'm going to have you go first. Once you've finished placing your armies where you want them, you'll go first. You could try to move into a place like Lemish and activate it by invasion. Or you can sit tight and wait to activate more.
And,
so
and if I were to do that, it would obviously give me a penalty.
You wouldn't have any chance because you'd be a -2 penalty and you had to roll a 1 or lower, so you'd have no chance.
I see that.
I'd basically be able to activate them. You can move into Kaolin, but that'd be pretty risky of me getting them activated before you did.
I don't think I want to accidentally activate anybody for you. So I think I will just kind of mount up on the borders and then call that a turn.
Okay. Yeah, finish moving where you want to be. Then your turn, move your wizard where you want. Wizards have no movement. They can move anywhere on the whole map. And then the High Lord armies will take their turn as they march into Gilland.
Okay. Put the wizard back in its initial spot, which was to the south in Silvanesti. All right.
Okay. Okay, Ariakas has 3 movement points left, and he's on the border. I'm not going to activate it. I can't move any further into it. So I'll get all these armies on the border here. These green dragons are going to fly ahead. So they've moved 4 so far. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move up to the current leaders there. Bolas bringing up the rear. High Lord Wizard will move up to join Ariakas. And the blue dragon armies will come out. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Sanction. Oh, I keep forgetting to move ships first. Okay, Sanction will move the ships next round. Okay, that's it for turn 5. Turn 6. Starting in the year 349. So in the year 349, the Green Wing invades Khur. Shortly thereafter, Goodland and Ballifer is assumed by the Black and White Wings. That spring saw the Dragon armies breaking their truce with Silvanesti. And for the next year, the Dragon armies experienced their bloodiest campaign with the Elves before King Lorak Caledon sent his people into exile in southern Urgoth and used the Dragon Arm to defend his city, which we all know didn't go well. But the armies aren't on the border yet. So that's it. And as it's turn 6, you guys get to roll first for an event. And since we only have Doug having any armies so far, go ahead, Doug, roll a D13.
Okay.
8. That's a +3 activation. That's good. Okay. So who do you want to try and activate, Doug?
Let's try and activate Goodland, since they're sort of facing down something.
Yeah. So at 5 + 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll a D10 and get an 8 or lower. And you get them activated.
I like that. That would be great. Come on. Gotta get somebody on the board.
You got them. They are activated. Okay, so next person on our list is Andrew. Andrew, you are in control of Goodland. Go ahead and place the Goodland forces where you want. I'm going to delete that High Lord leader.
Okay.
He's gone. There. That's Andrew. Now, I'm playing the High Lord, and I'm activating a lot of countries. So, haven't seen what I've done so far in moving countries around and stuff like that. We haven't seen combat yet, but we will shortly. Mauricio, do you want to take over any of the countries that I'm running?
Sure. I can take over Sanction.
Okay, you got Sanction. And then Dave, do you want to take over any country?
I'll hold off still. I want to see a little bit more gameplay.
Okay, so now we're gonna go. Let's see. That was you activated Goodland. Now the High Lord gets to go to activate someone. So Mauricio, who would you like to have the High Lords activating?
Blood.
Okay, roll a D10. So /R space D10, and you need a 7 or lower. You got him. Okay. Does anyone want to take over Blood? No volunteers? You can step in any time you want to take over a country. So Blood is another option. I will put Blood on the map. 2 forces in the city. The rest are going to put themselves on the border with those dang elves. Get ready to invade them. Over there. Here. Okay. Got them placed. Got them activated. Did the events. Did the activation. Next step is initiative. Currently, High Lord has it, but Doug, go and roll a D4.
D4?
Yep.
Okay.
Gotta get a 3 or higher to take over initiative.
Oh, I keep typing that incorrectly. Ahaha.
You got it. So now Whitestone forces have initiative. What that lets you do, Doug, you get to decide, do you want to move and attack first or move and attack second? So given that Goodland now has an activated army, that might allow Goodland to go after someone if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to say we'll move first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, with you guys moving first and only 2 Whitestone forces, Doug and Andrew, move all your forces wherever you want. You have no sea forces, so you don't have to worry about moving them. So yeah, move all your ground forces. And then to get a jump start for you, Mauricio, sea forces have some special movement rules. They have a huge speed. You can see your ships have a speed of 40.
Yep.
And those ships are actually in the port, so they can pick up any of your ground forces. 1 ship can carry 1 ground force. They can drop them off. They can't enter a hex or site containing enemy ship. They can pick up army from a port. They can drop off army in a port and keep moving. Or they can drop off an army at a coast hex and stop moving. So you could grab those armies in Sanction, take them basically anywhere you want on the map. Also, there's going to be... Shoot, I forgot about this. I forgot how long we've had Sanction, but during the reinforcements phase, Draconians show up in Sanction. The first Draconians. Let me grab one of them. Okay, so we got also a Draconian there. So you can take that Draconian anywhere you want as well on a ship. I don't need any help where I'm at, but if you want to take that Draconian down so he can start supporting the ogres and attacking Silvanesti, I would not turn that offer down if you wanted to sail down to like in this area with them.
Got it. Okay, let's try that.
All right. So yeah, move all your ships. After you've moved all your ships, then you can move your ground forces.
Okay, so let's put one here.
Okay. And you can just put him in the hex you want to drop him off in. There you go.
Let's put this guy here. And let's do this guy here. And that would be it.
Okay. Now your ground forces, I think, can also move. So your 2 ground armies that are 4/4s, they can move 4 hexes. They can move basically over any terrain, but moving over a river takes 1 extra square movement. I'll move the Draconian there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna move right to the border.
If I go over this, border would be Silvanesti, right?
Yeah, if you cross this dotted line here, we're going to Silvanesti, and that activate them. Probably not on our side.
Okay. Yep. Got it.
Okay, so I moved that guy. You can finish moving all you guys, and then over here. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be moving guys yet.
If I move somebody on my turn and accidentally activated somebody, would that have occurred?
Yes.
On this turn?
That would occur right now, yeah. I'm sorry, we should not have been moving yet because we're supposed to also do your attacks if you have any. So let's get back to the Whitestone forces. So Salanthas, you're moving around.
Yeah, I was gonna move somebody out of the High Clerist's tower and enter Vanguard and see if we could activate them by crossing their border.
Okay.
Just to give it a go.
Okay, I get to roll first. I get to roll a 3 or lower. /R space D3 or D10. So Vanguard does rebel against the Knights.
Oh no.
And join the High Lord's side. Grab them. Again, if anyone wants to take over that country, let me know. So they're going to join the High Lord side. They're going to have their cavalry and that ground unit there. And these guys in the city. And put the leader here. Okay, so now you have to basically stop moving there because you're adjacent to ground units. So that's the end of your movement for the tower forces. Although you could take that last tower unit and move it down to join the attack by going into the square to the northeast of your other 2 forces. So that when you come to doing attacks, you can attack with all 3 of them against the forces of Vanguard to suppress that rebellion. Okay, so your movement's done. And then over here in Goodland. So Goodland, let's talk about Kender real quick. Kender have a special thing they can do called taunting. And it's pretty potent, especially against powerful enemies, because you can basically force an enemy to attack you. And when you are attacking just one enemy at a time, you're pretty weak. So taunt procedure. Kender armies have the unique ability to goad an opposing force into an ill-conceived attack through the use of their taunt ability. So after I finish my movement, when it's my turn, after I finish my movement, but before I begin any attacks, the player controlling the Kender forces can declare 1 or more taunts. An enemy force must be adjacent to a Kender army to be taunted. The Kender player selects an adjacent enemy stack to be taunted. The opposing player immediately rolls a d6. On a 1 through 3, the taunt has no effect. On a 4 through 6, the stack must attack the Kender stack before normal combat. So you could if I move some ogres adjacent to you, and then I move another stack that's like a bunch of dragons, you could taunt the ogres in attacking you and maybe take them out before the other side, before you're attacked by everyone.
Nice.
So that's something you can do. And that happens during my movement. But right now it's your movement. And so you can move your forces wherever you like. You can have 2 armies stacked together. You can have 3 in your city. Your leader can move anywhere he wants. When ground armies start adjacent to enemy armies, their very first move has to be away, so they're not adjacent, or else they can't move.
Okay, so that mean can I move these guys into here, or is that you're saying I can't do that?
You can do that, yeah.
Okay.
When you move adjacent to enemies, you basically stop moving, unless you're cavalry.
Okay, we'll go
there.
Yeah,
you can move them there. You can move that other army that's south of your city into your city. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go there.
Okay, now it's combat time. Let's start with the rebellion over here.
Oh, yeah.
You guys can actually really do this any order you want, but we'll start with the rebellion. Do you want the tower armies to attack right here?
I think yes.
Okay, so we would look at the total forces that we have, and there's 4 against 12, or 8 against 12. So that's a 3-2. And if we look at the combat odds table, there's a 3-2 combat odds table. Then we look at modifiers. And really the only modifier in this whole fight is that there is a leader with the Vanguard forces, and therefore there's going to be a -1 to your roll. The defender's modifiers. One more thing. as part of your movement, if you like, you can move that wizard to one of those stacks.
Oh, I think
That'd
I
give you
would.
Like a good idea.
That'd give you a
I think
+3 on your
would.
back.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Okay, yeah, grab that wizard, put him in one of those 2 stacks.
Okay. He's down below in the south still, right?
Yeah, he's down there
Yes.
by
I see him.
Silvanesti.
Yes.
Does that happen during the movement turn, Tom, or is that they can
It's
just kind of
supposed
go
to be,
whenever?
yeah, it's supposed to be during movement, but
Okay, got it.
Okay. I was sort of forcing the issue, so I definitely would have wanted him. Okay.
Yeah, put him with your stacks, and then now the total modifier in your roll is going to be a +2. So go ahead and roll a d10 +2 on the 3 to 2 odds table.
3 to 2 odds table.
And the odds table's right here. So just do /r space d10. Then we'll add 2
Should
and
I-
look up the
Oh,
result.
we'll add 2. Okay. Cool. That is a 4 + 2 is 6.
6. Okay, so if we come to the 6, come across the odds table, we got a 2 on the left. So results on the left apply to the attacker. Results on the right apply to the defender.
Mhm.
So a 6 is 2 and then D. So 2, the force suffers 1 or 2 depletions. So you're suffering 2 depletions. And for me, every unit in the force suffers 1 depletion. So what you would do is you could decide. You could take one of those 3 armies and move them over to the replacement pool. Or you could take 2 of your armies and put red dots on them. You put a red dot by clicking on it, click the circle below it, and then the top left thing that has a red circle, you click on that.
Got it.
So,
And
so
then-
depletion is like a half strength. Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
Yeah.
And then if they go to the replacement pool, I can get half of the replacement pool back eventually, right?
Correct.
Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
I think we'll just do the red dot then.
Okay, yeah, pick 2 of them to put red dots on. I put red dots on all of my forces, and that battle's all over.
All right.
If you had conquered, like destroyed all my forces, then my leader would have maybe been killed or maybe not. I'd roll a d6 for that. If they survive, they'd move to the nearest allied force. If you had defeated everyone, then your ground forces could move into that space as well.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's that battle. Now we're going to go to the fights over here in Goodland. Does Goodland want to attack Ariakas next to them or no attacks?
Oh man, I don't know. What do you guys think?
It'd be pretty
a lot of
bad because you're going to be fighting the red dragons. And
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna try to hang tight here.
okay. All right. So now my turn, movement. And this is where when I finish my movement, you can taunt some of my forces. So these forces are going to encircle the poor Kenders. We've got ground forces, speed of 6, attacking through the forest. So 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Ogre's coming from this way to there. 2, 3, 4. That ogre will go to there. These ground forces will come up. 2, 3.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Goodland also has a thing that you can consider doing later or at any time if you survive this. Is that they can move their capital.
Hey,
So
I like that.
Oh.
Within the bounds of that area, or just wherever.
the capital of the Kender. Let's see here. Okay, a capital can be disbanded by you during your movement step. At least one ground army of the country whose capital is being disbanded must be in the capital hex. If these conditions are fulfilled, the Whitestone player can disband the capital. The capital immediately loses all of its benefits as a fortified city. It is treated as a clear terrain hex. The Whitestone player rolls a d6, adds 4 to the result. This gives a number of turns that must pass before the demi-human capital can be reestablished in another fortified city or fortress hex controlled by the Whitestone player. So it basically makes it so I cannot capture Goodland.
Yeah.
So on your next turn, when you're moving, you can disband your capital as long as you're still there.
Nice.
Okay, so there's all my movement. Now you could taunt if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think probably taunt these guys down.
The ogres.
Yeah, the ogres.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a d6, and if I get a 1 through 3, the taunt has no effect. /r d6. 6, so you taunted me.
All right.
A
So I get
stack,
attacked, right?
yeah. The stack must attack the Kender stack before the normal combat step. A stack attacking because of a taunt has a -2 modifier in addition to all their modifiers that apply. Must attack by itself, and no other stacks can participate in the attack. So it's going to be 12 attacking 8. So that's 3 to 2. But you get it's -2 on the roll.
Would it be 8 or 9 because of the leader?
Yeah.
Or is not stacked?
The
Yeah,
leader doesn't
that-
add to their strength. He only adds a modifier.
Ah.
Yeah. So So I got a -2 because you taunted me, a -1 because you got a leader, another -1 because you're Kinder in the forest, for a grand total of -4 in this attack on the 3 to 2 table. So
wow.
flush our D10. 9 minus 4 is 5 on the 3 to 2 table. So 3 to 2, 5. All my armies are depleted, and all your armies are depleted. So put a red dot on all your guys. You don't do anything with the leader, just the armies.
Okay.
And
no, I don't think the ones in the city are
only
depleted.
the ones adjacent.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grab the wrong one. Sorry. Yep.
Okay, got that. And that was each stack of Kinder armies can make only one taunt per turn. However, an enemy stack can be taunted several times if more than one Kinder stack is adjacent to it. That's funny. Oh, but after the first successful one, they can't be taunted again. So you basically taunt them one time successfully.
Okay.
An army that attacks
just that specific ogre army, or anyone else?
Just that one army, yeah.
Okay.
An army that attacks because of a taunt cannot attack during the combat step. So that's another good thing. Okay, so now combat. So that ogre to your southwest can't attack, but you are being attacked by all the forces to the north and to the west.
Yep.
And now your strength is down to 4, and you're being attacked by
all the
these
things.
are 4s, and these guys are 6s. It looks like they were 6s. Okay, so you got 12. Now dragons do add their strength, and they add a modifier. That's why they're so powerful. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 28 to 4.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be 28 to 4, 28 divided by 4. That's 7 to 1. So it's the very far right-hand column.
Yep.
And the modifiers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ariakas makes it 12. The wizard makes it 15.
Holy moly.
Cavalry makes it 16. Kinder in the woods makes it 15 again. So it's plus 15. So it's going to be, it's actually
beautiful.
Weird. It gets to where I have 1 depletion instead of nothing. And it eliminates your forces. So don't delete them. Instead, take these 2 guys and drag them over to the replacement pool.
Okay.
So you want to drag them over to the replacement pool. You can take the red dots off of them, basically. Yeah. Okay. And then your leader may or may not survive. So let's see what happens with the leader. Combat. Conquest. All armies eliminated. Leader lost unless you roll a d6 and get a 4 or higher. So roll a d6 and try to get a 4 or higher.
All right. Yes.
All right. Now you drag that leader over to your city, basically.
Okay.
So now advance. If all enemies retreat or are eliminated from... Oh, and I also have to deplete 1 unit. So I will deplete one of these ogres. Deplete that guy. Okay.
And can is my leader supposed to be depleted? Or
no,
do
they don't.
They don't take that?
Yeah,
okay.
You can take that off.
Okay.
Advance. If all enemies retreat or eliminated from a hex, attacker can move as many armies and leaders as can stack in. Then air or cavalry can move 1 more and take leaders with them. So I'm going to head and move in these guys and the reds and the High Lord and Ariakas. Move into there. Okay. So there's that advance. That's done. And I think that finishes combat for that round. So now we're into May, June of 349, an odd turn. So the High Lord gets to roll first for the event roll. And it's now a D12, 12 events. High Lord gets a 6, so that's activation +2. I'm going to try and activate, I'll try and activate Feal-Thas. So that's going to be a 9 or lower. Oh no, failed.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, who do you want to try and activate on the side of the Whitestone players?
All right, let's go ahead and try Silvanesti.
Okay, gotta roll a 5 or lower on a D10.
Okay.
No, not yet. No one's activated.
Do not want to join us. Man.
And I skipped a step. Replacements is actually first, so let's do replacements.
Right.
So Goodland actually has some forces depleted there, so you could delete one of those 2 in the pool and drag the other one out to the capital of Goodland.
Okay, so I'll put that there, and that guy goes away.
Yep. And then the Draconians get another Draconian and sanction there.
It's not looking good for you, Doug.
Oh no. Yeah.
How often do you get Draconians? Is that like once every turn?
Every turn for 20 turns.
Oh my goodness.
Or unless someone else, unless they capture sanction,
Right.
like as happened in the novels.
Yep.
Okay, so that's replacements. Now, here's another thing about replacements, and this would affect over here in Vanguard. You have stacked together. I also have stacked together units, but my units are 2 different units, so I can't do anything about them. But you have 2 identical units stacked together. You could move one of those to the replacement pool and make the other one full strength if you want.
Oh, interesting. I think I will do that.
Okay, so yeah, drag one to the replacement pool, make the other full strength.
Okay.
And that's replacements. Then we did events. Then we got activation. We did that already. Now we're going to do initiative. So roll for initiative, Doug.
Okay, doke. Let me.
D4.
D4.
You got to get a 4.
That's a high roll.
Hold it.
Yep.
Okay, so initiative goes to the High Lord player. I can't believe in 1 hour we finished 6 turns. The turns will get much slower once all the armies are activated.
Yeah.
May, June at 3:49. High Lord has initiative. So here's where I might want to seize the initiative, because if I can get to Goodland and destroy it before your turn comes up, then
and I won't be able to disband before
can't disband
that.
them
So.
and get out of here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Ariakas will definitely try to do that. So I'm going to go first. So I'll move them to there. But now, since I'm going first, you're going to be able to do your taunt thing. So they'll go to there. Ariakas will go to here. That'll be it. And the Khur armies probably aren't needed, but I got some cavalry here, so I might as well join the fight. Cavalry will come to there. Ground forces will close all to here. Okay, that's that movement. Over in Sanction, Mauricio, you can be moving. First, move your ships. So do all your ship movement.
Okay.
And remember, ships
I'm
can.
going to bring the Draconian down here.
Okay. And then move your ground forces after you do your ships.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bloat is going to hang out where they're at. Khur will hang out where they're at. These dragon forces are going to start heading towards 1, 2, 3, 4 to the south. 4, 4. Okay. Think. Oh, Vanguard. Vanguard forces will move out to there. I'm done moving all. Oh, Norgard. 3, 4 there. Okay. I'm done moving mine, so now you can do your taunting. Would you like to taunt any of these forces, Goodland?
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like what Kern is like an 18? Yeah, 18. What does Ariakas have?
Ariakas has got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, it looks like, in his area. Plus, he's got a wizard.
Yeah, I guess we'll go for Kern. I don't know if that's going to be better or not, but
the forces to the west.
Yeah, to the west there.
Okay. Let's see. Where's one of them is? Okay, so that's 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you have what, 12?
Yeah. And is it ×2 because he's in the capital?
It is for defense.
But it's not defense. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is defense. You're being attacked. You're right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So,
okay. So actually, let me make sure your taunt worked. So your taunt works if I roll a 4 or higher. D6.
Nice.
Okay. So now they're going to attack you. You do get a double. So your 12 becomes 24. So we got 13 attack and 24.
Mm-hmm.
And you ran in favor of the defender. So that's going to be 1 to 2.
1 to 2, yeah.
Yep. Then you get, you're in forest, that's 2. You got a +1 leader, that's 1. You got a city, that's 2 more. And you taunted. So it's -7.
Wow.
The attackers are 1, 2, 3, 4 for dragons, 5, 6 for a leader, and then flying is +1. So it's going to be a dead even roll at 1 to 2.
Nice.
Here we go. D10. Dead even 1 to 2 roll of a 7 is attacker loses 2, defender loses or takes 1 depletion. Attacker takes 2 depletions. So I'm going to go ahead and lose this ogre, and I'm going to have I'm going to take them both on the main ogre. So I'll have the one that's depleted there still. I'm going to drag this guy over to replacement pool. There we go. And now my attack phase. So start here in Goodland, attacking from all three directions there. Goodland now is down to 8, 9, 10, so 20 is your defense, right?
Yep.
Attacking with 6 is only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 total. So it's going to be 1 to 1.
Yep.
1 to 1. Okay. Then attacking forces. We got plus 8 worth of dragons, plus 4 versus for a leader, plus 1 for flying, plus 3 for wizard. That's plus 16. Defenders are minus 2 for the city, minus 1 for a leader, minus 1 for forest. So minus 4. So it's a total of plus 12 on the 1 to 1.
Okay.
All right. So /R D10.
Yes,
So
it's
12.
Kinder.
That's a 14 on the 1 to 1. Looks like I take 2 depletions and you are eliminated.
Alas.
Goodland. The Goodland Kenders put up a fight. I take 2 depletions on that. So that ogre, I'm going to move him to the reinforcement pool.
So these guys are just deleted, yes?
Yeah, and since you were defeated completely, I'm going to be able to move into your city, and that'll be the end for the Goodland.
Yeah.
Because I'll capture their city. So I'll have Ariakas move in there. And the High Lord Wizard. And I'm just going to take Goodland and move it over here as basically a captured, defeated country. And Andrew, do you want to pick up another nation?
I mean, sure. I mean, so does it somebody that's already in play, or
You can pick anyone in play already, or like you can turn into a turncoat and play one of the enemy, or you can wait until another white stone army.
No, I'll see if we can get. I'll wait. I won't turncoat just yet. We'll see.
Okay, Dave, you want to take over anyone yet?
Yeah, I'll play Salanthas.
You'll play who?
Salanthas, I believe.
Doug's got Salanthas.
Oh, Doug's got Salanthas. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry. What am I?
Your
what are my
options:
other options?
Kern, Nordamar, Khur, Load, Vingard, or wait for a white stone.
We'll do Khur. That sounds good.
Khur. Okay, so Khur are ogres, and you have a couple of units in the replacement pool. So when we get to replacements, you will put one of them back in your capital. And let's see, that's all the fighting, I think. Yeah, that's all the fighting we're gonna be doing. So that's gonna be the end of that turn. Oh, no, that's not. There's fighting in Vingard. Okay, so in Vingard, I'm gonna have these forces here and these forces here all go after the forces there. So it's gonna be 3 to 2. It looks like, with just a +1 because there's just a +1. So 3 to 2. Or no, I'm sorry, 3 to 1 at +1. So /R D10. That's a not. Oh yeah, that's 9.
Yeah, that's big.
This one is 10 on the 3 to 1 column. Okay, so it's DNR. So enemy unit in this force suffers 1 depletion. All units must retreat 1 hex. So go ahead and deplete that tower guy 1 and back him up. He can either move to his other tower unit to the northeast there, or move back into the HIGHLORDS tower to the northwest.
I think he'll move to the north. Yeah, okay. But he is depleted. Okay.
Yeah, and then I can move in with my ground forces to where you left.
You could have moved this one before you attacked, right?
I could have, yes. I wanted to keep someone in my city just to keep my city from being captured.
Got it.
That's all.
Okay.
All right, so then those forces move into there, and that's it for them. Oh, let's see, one of those is cavalry. Activation, combat. If all enemies retreat or are eliminated from a hex, attack can move as many armies and leaders as it can stack in. Then air or cavalry can move and take leaders 1 more. So he'll move into the HIGHLORDS tower and take his leader with him.
No! So you captured the tower, is that right?
Captured the tower, but that doesn't eliminate you. Since you're part of the knights, I'd have to capture every fortress in every knightly country to eliminate the knights.
I see. I should have stayed in the tower though. ×3. Wow.
Yeah, it'll be hard to take that back. That's for sure.
Yep.
Okay, so that's that. That's that round, and that's the end of May, June 349. So now July, August 349. Turn 8. First step is replacements. So replace pairs of stacked together depleted armies of the same type and nationality with 1 full, and move the other to the replacement pool. So if anyone has any of those, do that. So for example, if we look at the Ogres of Kern, Dave, you have 2 stacked together right here. So what you could do is this stage is you could take one of them, make them full strength, move the other one to your replacement pool if you want.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good idea.
Everyone else can do the same if they have anything like that. I don't know that I do as a High Lord leader.
I do not.
Yeah, I don't have anything stacked together. Okay, so then for each 2 armies of the same type of nationality in your replacement pool, so right now the only one that this affects will be Dave, you can delete, for each 2, you can delete one and drag the other one back to your capital city.
So that's optional, though. I don't have to do that, correct?
Yeah, there's really no reason not to. The first step is these 2. So you can keep those 2 like they are, not do anything about them. That's optional. This step is also optional, but there's no reason not to. You could take these 2 that you have in the replacement pool, delete one of those 2, drag the other one to the capital of Khur, and he'll go over here basically.
Okay, gotcha. Then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, and then the High Lord puts a dragon army in the temple. Here we go. And then strategic events. So this is an even turn. So Whitestone gets to draw. So Doug, go and roll a D11 / RD11. Yeah.
Okay. Hot roll
4. So that's the activation +1. And then activation. This is an even turn. So Whitestone gets to try and activate a country first. Who do you want to try and activate, Dave or Doug?
It's white. So it's +1.
Correct.
So let's go with Silvanesti. We've been trying for this, and they
All right.
were pretty
That's a
stout.
6 or lower.
Come on.
Got him.
There it is.
All right. Andrew, do you want to take Silvanesti?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll delete the High Lord leader. I'll copy the Whitestone leader over to the list. Put Andrew in charge of that. Okay, go ahead and place all your forces, Andrew. And Silvanesti can also retreat on any one of your turns. You can, abandon your capital and protect it from being captured. Your border goes all the way to clear up there, all the way over to here. Being elves, you fight better in the forest, of course.
Yeah. Okay.
What are the 2 18s? What are those?
They're Griffin, right?
Yeah, so you have griffins. So those are flying units,
cool.
which give you bonuses when you're fighting. Also, they can retreat from an attack before an attack happens. And they can carry ground units with them at half their speed. So if they start and end their turn with ground units, they can move them 9 squares.
Wow.
And you got ships with a speed of 50.
Okay.
So your ships can actually be on the rivers all the way up to these double blue lines too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're placing your forces that just got activated, and now it's my turn to try and activate. Mauricio, who would you like to try and activate onto our side?
I'm gonna bring a ship up to collect the draconian.
Don't move yet. Don't move yet. We're doing activation right now. So this is where we try and get another country under our side. Who would you like to go after?
Let's get Sakar.
Sakar.
No, that's not great, but yeah, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Where's Sakar?
Next to Khur.
Oh, Zakar, the dwarves. Okay, yeah. So you got to roll 3 or lower. So /R space D10, 3 or lower. Okay, not activated yet. Ignore emissaries. So that's the end of activation. Now, next step is initiative. It's currently with High Lord, so you're gonna have to beat the High Lord roll. Doug, go and roll a D4.
Okay.
You're gonna have to get a 4 on your D4 to grab the initiative back.
Okay. Did we not get to move last turn?
Oh shoot, we skipped that, didn't we? Yeah, you totally get.
Let me just. I was.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead?
Go
ahead and do Salah-Khan and Vingard.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
Gildan was gone already, so
yeah,
we're just rewinding for that.
I'll be quick. I'm basically just taking these green units out of that area across the river, which I think is their max movement because they lose 1 for going across the narrow river.
Yeah, unfortunately, since they're ground units, as soon as they move adjacent to an enemy, they have to stop moving.
Oh!
If they start their movement adjacent to an enemy, their first square or their first hex has to be away from an enemy.
Okay.
You can also move that wizard anywhere you want.
Okay, so let's move the wizard into the newly activated Salah-Thas.
Okay.
Or sorry, Silvanesti is what I meant to say. So I imagine they're going to need it more than I.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then, so if I move away, I see. I don't think there's any way to get past you, because then so effectively it shuts down the movement as soon as I go adjacent to something. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see.
I mean, like
if
you
there's
could.
a path.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. I think I have an idea. I'm going to take a couple of units from the south up to the river. Man, I keep clicking the wrong handle. There it is. And I'll take them up to the river. I think that's as far as I can go with these guys. Actually, I might not even have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's right. 5.
Yep.
And then these guys up at the top, I will move over this way because I can move away.
Yep.
Is that right?
As long as your first hex is away, you're good. Then as
And
soon
then
as
I'll
you move
move
adjacent, you have to stop again.
Then I'm going to move adjacent to here.
Okay.
And then I would like to attack the force to the south. I just rotated that.
That's okay. Okay, you're going to attack to the southwest with people from across the river and people. Now, one drawback to attacking from across the river, even if only some of your forces are doing it, it's a -4 penalty if any attackers must cross the river.
It's a -4 if any. Okay,
any
so then
attackers have to cross the river.
Knowing that, this cavalry has 8 squares and it can actually move. So I will cross them. I will cross the river with the cavalry and then not attack with the other force across.
Got it. Okay, so now you're attacking. You got a 4 or 5. These guys, only one of them is depleted. So that's 6, and 6 is 12. Attacking a 4, so you're attacking 3 to 2, or 3 to 1. I mean, you're attacking with cavalry. That gives you a +1. So you're doing 3 to 1 at +1. So roll a d10 and add +1.
D10. Okay, come on, Chromebook, stick with me, buddy.
10. Nice roll.
10.
So that is nothing to you. And you deplete all enemy units, and they have to retreat.
Amazing.
Okay, so these guys are depleted, and now they have to retreat. So what happens here? Let me double check. I'm consulting the main rules, which I don't have a short list for. All affected armies must retreat 1 hex. Retreating armies cannot enter a hex next to an enemy army unless an allied army with the retreating armies already occupies the hex. Okay, so I could move northwest. The stack retreating armies may split up and retreat to different hexes. Can't stack. Okay, so I guess they can retreat to the northwest. Now, when they do that, you can move into that with any forces you want up to the stacking limit. And if you move in there with a cavalry, they can move 1 more square or hex.
I absolutely will do that. Oh, actually, I see what you're saying. I will not do the cavalry. I will just take the green units in to get a little closer.
Okay. All right. So sorry I skipped all that. Now I am going to fix this during the replacement stage. So he'll go to full. This guy will go to the replacement bin. And I don't think I have enough in there to do anything with it. Yeah, I don't. So they don't get any more in their capital. That's all they got for now. Okay, so now we're back up to where we should be, where we're starting initiative for this turn. And I don't recall, did we roll it and you won, or did we roll it and I won?
I believe you won, and you were just in the process of I tried to turn somebody and it failed to the north.
Right.
The dwarves said no.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
So for this initiative, we will go first, and then we'll let you go second. So we go first, so we need to move our ships first. So Mauricio, going to move your ships?
Yeah, I believe this is like 13, and I'm going to bring the Draconian back down.
Great, okay. If you're done moving your ships, then we can move our ground forces. And now there's no reason not to go into Silvanesti.
Poor Andrew. Just target on your back.
So let's see here. I don't want to attack across. Okay, so this is interesting. I have some ogres here. So ogres have the ability to cross mountainous terrain. It costs them 1 more square movement. So they're going to move over that ridge line to there, and then move down adjacent to the elves here. And then these ones will come there adjacent to the elves. And don't want to attack across a river. So these ones will go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. And I'm going to move these Draconians to there. Then the blue dragon armies come in 1, 2, 3 to there, and the blue dragons are going to keep going and join those ogres. So they move 3 so far. 4, 5, 6, yeah, no problem. So ogres get reinforced with blue dragons. Kitiara will ride with the dragons to a total of 10. These guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And then Ariakas needs to start moving west. Oh, go to move the ogres. And I don't know, Dave, if you put the reinforcement ogre in Khur, but you could if you want. Delete one in the High Lord pool, which is over here, and move the other one to your capital.
I do not have control to do any of that.
To do a delete? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Well, you should be able to drag it if you can't delete it. So I deleted it for you. I'm going to drag it onto the map. Let's check and see if you can move this guy. So I'm going to put him over here by Floatsome. See if you can move that token for me.
I cannot.
Cannot. I might have made all the High Lord armies only controlled. Well, Sanction is working. Let's see here. Controlled by all players. Okay. Should be able to move that guy now, and I'm going to update the other ones as well for you.
Yep.
Players.
I feel like these guys can also move here. We have enough movement.
Okay. So, Dave, this guy down here, he goes the capital of Khur, which is up over here, right up there. So I moved him up there for you. That's the ogre capital. Yeah. Now you have some more ogres you can move. You got these guys here, these 2 6/4 units, and their leader is this 2 10 unit. The High Lord will move all the dragons. So I'll move the dragons since I'm playing the High Lord, but you can move all those ogres. So Ariakas is moving west. You can probably move the ogres wherever you want. They might be needed fighting in Silvanesti, or you could start moving them west to take out the knights eventually.
I'll reassist in Silvanesti.
Ariakas will ride those dragons. 10, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 14, and 16. The greens are going to go try to help the southwest. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 5, 13, 14. We'll go to these units there for now. They'll take Khur's leader. We'll go with the cavalry. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 to there. Oh no, Khur, you can move him where you want. So Dave, you can move that leader 10 hexes. You can move these ogres 4 hexes.
Okay, sounds good.
And then the wizard's going to come over here to help Kitiara. Okay, that's all their movement. And then to the north here in Vingard, I'm going to have this guy move away from the 2 tower forces to the northeast. And then, shoot. It's going to keep going. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He's going to go and reinforce in the city. And then Nordmar with their cavalry first, moving at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to there. There. Okay. I think I moved all my guys. And now the attacks. So let's start here. Attacking the Silvanesti. So you got 10. I'm attacking with 12. And 12 is 24. And 4 more from dragons is 28. 28 against 10, so it's, oh, shoot, just 2 to 1.
Still 2 to 1, okay.
And then you have flyers, that helps your defense, -1. You have elves in the forest, that's -2. And then I'm attacking with 4 worth of dragons, 4 worth of a leader, so that's +8. And a wizard, that's +11. And I can fly, that's +12. So a grand total of +10 on the 2 to 1. 10. Oh no, that's only 11 on the 2 to 1. 11, 2 to 1. Oh, good. Deplete all your units and you have to retreat.
Okay. And for retreat, how many?
Just 1.
Is at least just 1.
Just 1. Yep.
And that was the best case scenario, huh?
Yes, that was the best.
That's what I rolled 1, yeah. Okay, Kitiara and the ogre's moving to there. And that's it for them.
Run away.
See any other attacks? Nothing over here to the east. To the west. Nordmar attacking the tower forces. So you got 1 depleted, so you got a grand total of strength of 6 there, being attacked by 8. So it's just 1 to 1. Got 2 for a leader, 1 for cavalry, so it's +3, 1 to 1, +3.
See another 1.
That's a 12.
Oh no.
+3, 12 on the 1 to 1 is deplete and retreat. So you deplete all your units 1, so 1 gets destroyed, 1 gets depleted, you just drag the full 1 over.
That makes
and
sense.
Then have them retreat 1 hex.
Okay, we'll have them retreat into the cavalry hex.
Okay.
And I will put the healthy unit in the depletion pool. If I can do it. Okay. There we go. Got him. dragon. Okay.
I moved your unit down for you. Then these guys will come
I
in.
appreciate that. Yeah.
And they'll be done. And then no other attacks, it looks like. Yeah. So that's it for our part of the turn. Now the last half of turn 8 is your guys' part of the turn. So, Doug, move all your forces. Andrew, move all your forces.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have enough to deplete as well, or to take.
Oh, no depleting yet. That's at the start of the turn.
No depleting.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Good call. Okay. I will retreat. So I foolishly abandoned my tower. I will continue the abandonment of my tower. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, and crossing the river costs 1. Is that right?
Correct.
So I may not be able to get all the way back with one of these. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, perfect. The crowd into here. And these guys get all the way back here. And these guys 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think I can move one of these back into here as well. Is that right? You can have 2 of each kind, or is it 2 ground?
2 ground and 2 air, yeah. 2 ground and 2 air in a square.
Okay, so let me make sure I only have 2. And yep, that's right. So then I'm going to actually wait. Move this guy to the south. Yep, that'll be my turn.
You're done moving. Doug, are you all done moving up north?
I am.
Okay. Is anyone in a position to attack anything? Looks like maybe if you want to go across that bridge on that Draconian.
You know, why not?
Let's see. Attacking across a bridge will have a penalty. Let's see if.
Oh, does it? I don't know if I will. We'll let them take the penalty. Possibly. What's the penalty?
It's a -4.
-4. Yeah, we'll let them do that. I'm gonna hang tight.
All right.
I'll let the Draconians take the hit there.
So that'll be the end of that turn. Now we're going to go into the start of turn 9. First step is replacements. So the first step of replacements is replace pairs of stacked together depleted armies of the same type and nationality with 1 full one and send 1 to the replacement pool. So if you have stacked together depleted armies, you can make 1 full and put 1 in the replacement pool. So for example, Silvanesti, you have 2 stacked together archers. So you could make 1 of them full strength and put 1 in the replacement pool. I don't think I have anything. Nothing stacked together. Dave, you can do that with those ogres there if you like. Yeah, that's all. Okay, once everyone's done that to their satisfaction, for every 2 armies you have in the replacement pool of the same type of nationality, you can permanently discard 1, put 1 back in your nation's city or fortress.
Okay, I will do that with one of my tower guys.
And I think for knights, you can put it on any knight's city or any knight fortress. It doesn't have to be the tower, which you don't control.
I got it. So it could be
you can
my
put
one.
it in Salah-Khan's capital. Yeah.
Does that count even though I may have 2 or 3 in there right now?
You can only do it if you only have 2 or less in there right now. Otherwise, you have to wait.
Oh, okay. I do have 2 or less.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, you can have 3 in the city. Okay, so that's that. I put the High Lord Draconic Army in the Dark Temple. And now strategic events. Since this is an odd turn, it's going to be a High Lord's turn to draw. It's a D10. Gets a 5. That's activation of +2. And the High Lord gets to activate first. Okay, so let's get some ships to get those ogres into the fight fast, possibly. Let's go to Feal-Thas at +2. So 9 or less. Got him. So Feal-Thas now joins the High Lord forces. Would anyone like to control Feal-Thas?
That's on the High Lord side?
It's on the High Lord side, yep. I guess we shouldn't have people doing... would Mauricio or Dave want to control Feal-Thas?
I mean, that'd be fun, but...
Okay, I'll control. What was that?
Where's Feal-Thas?
Feal-Thas is all the way up here.
Oh, got it.
They're going to be good for transporting ground units from Goodland to the west, because those ogres will take forever otherwise. And so will the infantry. And plus, we're going to have to do something about Silvanesti, because Silvanesti's got some strong ships. So you can also take the forces down to Silvanesti. So anyone want Feal-Thas?
Yeah, sure.
Is that Mauricio?
Yep.
Okay, Mauricio, you got Feal-Thas as well as Sanction. That is activation for the High Lord now. Oh, and Mauricio, you can place the Feal-Thas forces around Feal-Thas as you like. Now, for the Whitestone player, Dave, or not Dave, Whitestone. Andrew, I think it's your turn to try and activate something. Who would you like to activate for Whitestone?
Okay, let's take a look at this. Where can I get some help here? Quick help. I think
How do you feel about Tarsus?
Yeah, I was thinking Tarsus for sure.
Okay, 5 or less on a D10.
All right, here we go. Come on, D10.
No.
The call is coming from inside the house.
So now that's roll. And Mauricio, all your units you're placing for the Minotaurs have to start in Feal-Thas up in the northeast. We're not,
okay.
not doing movement yet. Okay, now initiative.
Yeah, I was just counting.
Yeah, see that where they go? D4, the High Lord player has the initiative last round, and they roll a 3, so you got to get a 4 to get the initiative back.
Okay.
Doug
we can get it. Looks like you're keeping it.
Still High Lord. Okay, so do we want to seize the initiative and attack first? No, that it matters much. Why don't you guys go first, Whitestone Forces? So I think you have some ships. So when we're doing movement, you have to move ships first. Once you're done moving all your ships, Silvanesti, let us know, and then you can move ground and air forces.
Okay, so I mean, at this point, do I have any beneficial movement for ships? I mean, I can't go.
Really.
The only way around is up north, right?
Yeah, really, you'd only want to basically start moving your ships when you're ready to flee. If you want to flee and go to the west, you could load forces up in your ships and get going. Yeah, but otherwise, no.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna hang tight where I'm at.
Okay. Now, Whitestone Forces, you can move all the rest of your armies.
Okay.
Ground and air. And here's a little trick for you.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So far, the High Lord player has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nations either activated or defeated. So, Solanthas, for example, is at +8. Or no, Kirgoth is at +8. So Kirgoth activates on 11 or lower for you on a D10. So you could actually invade Kirgoth. I'd still have no chance of activating it because I can't roll a -2 or even a 0. And you would automatically activate it.
That would just by walking into Kirgoth.
Just by walking in. You're just like going down there and saying, hey, wake up, guys. We got trouble.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
So just for your reference as part of your movement.
That's good to know. Okay, so I will take this cavalry down then. I think that has enough squares to make it.
Yeah. You have to count the square to enter, even though you actually activate them right before you enter.
Okay.
But yeah, so Kirgoth will become your guys' automatically. I'll move its commander over here as a copy. Do either one of you guys want to control Kirgoth?
If I can take it since it's a neighbor, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, why don't you take it, and then I will
keep shooting for Tarsus.
So we're still moving, right, Tom?
Yep. Yeah, you're still in your movement.
So could I take one of these griffins if I make it to where am I at? This is still Silvanesti over here. So would I be able to make it to Tarsus flying?
Oh, to try and activate Tarsus?
Yeah.
It's way out there. You got a speed of 18? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. You could. Now, that's not as guaranteed. Basically, it's almost an even chance of it activating for me or it activating for you, because I would get to try and activate it first on a 4 or lower, and then you get to try on a 5 or lower.
I mean, I say go for it.
Shoot
your shot.
Yeah. So is it 18? I have to go from my right here in the central part of the river here, or is it
if you take this griffin right there and go.
Okay.
1, 2,
Which one?
3,
When did you
4,
point?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 gets them to there. So you have one square after that. And actually, we'll put you back here because Tarsus might intercept you. So let's see.
Yeah.
See if Tarsus activates for the High Lord. So /roll D10, 4 or lower.
Come on.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
So Whitestone's not.
I had a feeling.
He'll activate on the border with your griffin. Oh.
Lovely.
The dice had to turn eventually, but maybe tomorrow, maybe next time.
2 of those guys there, 1 there, and now the good news is your griffin is not stuck there because he can fly, and in fact, I mean he can basically get away no matter what, because anytime they move adjacent to him, he can retreat. But they start on the border there, facing you. So you've used 16 squares of movement to get there. You have 2 squares of movement left, and you can move anywhere you want with those last 2.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. So I'll just jump back this way.
This will be our last turn for the night, guys.
Okay.
So for reference. Okay, so you've done that movement. You guys have done all your other movement that you want, I think. Kirgoth doesn't get a move. When you activate them by invading, you get to place their troops wherever you want, and they don't move this round.
I see. Okay, I'll just place them
activated
along.
troops by... If you get people activated to your side by invading, they do not move on your turn.
I see what you're saying. Let me move them back across the river. Okay.
Okay, that's your guys' turn. Oh, and those Kirgoth guys, you can put them anywhere you want. They do not start. They do not start where I put the armies. They start wherever you want, anywhere within their border.
I see. Okay, I'll put them on the northern border.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
No problem.
Okay, now you guys' turn. Any attacks coming? I think not, right?
I don't think so. I think bunkering down.
Okay, now it is our turn, Mauricio. So first, move all ships and anyone they're carrying.
Okay, so let me zoom in. This guy, and this guy, and oops, lost my ship.
Once you're done moving all your ships and anyone they're carrying, let me know.
Yeah, they're all going down to Silvanesti.
Yeah. Converging on the Elven Kingdom.
They're all crashing down here. Voila.
Okay.
On this side, I guess.
Got a Draconian you can move around by ship if you like.
I'll
move all the Draconian. I'll move all the Draconian ground forces, but you could transport them by ship.
Yep. I put the ship even down.
Down here.
Even here.
They could go to here. They can't go up the small rivers, but you could get them that far.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then the ship can't keep moving after they drop them off. I'll move the ground forces after you've moved them by ship.
Okay.
So all ship movement done?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's all move our ground forces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Let's see here. We got this lone elf across the bridge, holding the bridge against us. We got a whole bunch of elves inside that tower there. That's going to be a hell of a fight. With a wizard. Oh my god. Yeah, that's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Is that a times 2 or times 3? In that?
It's a times 3.
Right.
Yeah, you got 10,
Nice.
11, 12, 13, 14 times 3.
Okay.
14 times 3. So I need to get 42 there to have a chance of 1-to-1. And then it's a -4 penalty to attack you. And you have flying, and you have a wizard, and you have a +3 leader.
Yep.
Holy cow. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 on your favor. Holy cow.
Bring it on.
All right. Ogres will move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, and so will the HIGHLORDS. And then these ogres will go 1, 2, 3 to there. These guys will cross that river. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for that movement. Kern, don't forget to move, or Dave, don't forget to move your ogres.
Yep, move the ogres.
Bolas is going to take the ground forces north. 1, 2, 3, 4. And Khur going to take their cavalry. 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there. I'm going to swap my ground forces into the tower, put the cavalry in the city, put the leader in the city, put Nordmar leader in the tower, Nordmar forces in the city, and then hold the ford there. Okay. I think I moved all my forces. You all done with yours, Mauricio?
Yes.
Okay. Attack time. So we got this attack on this lone 5/5 archer. I'm only going to come from the northeast because I don't want to come across any rivers. So it's going to be 12 worth of ogre force. Let's make sure none of these guys are depleted. No. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 versus 5. So 3-to-1 at +4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for flying, -1 to +11. So 3-to-1 +11. It's 14 on the 3-to-1 table.
Oh, man.
3-to-1.
On the
I'm
one
gone.
archer.
Eliminate.
Yeah, I'm gone.
Archer gone. Okay, then these forces will all move in. Let's go there. Leader. Kitiara.
Are you required to move in to that space
No.
if you?
No, and you only have to move in as much as you want.
Okay.
One thing you'll find once you get dragons is you never want to leave dragons alone, because any depletion is horrendous on a dragon because they don't
Okay.
reproduce, unfortunately.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to ever
That's
have
good
your
to know.
dragons get depleted. Yeah. Okay. That's that attack and movement. I think that might be it. Yeah. So that's going to wrap it up for the year 349. Actually, we'll come back next time we play. Will be the winner of 349. Play again next week, same time. If you look at the event roll, what just got added are dragon lances and dragon orbs.
Oh man,
So those
hopefully
are
that'll
huge
turn the
against
tide.
dragons.
Yeah.
Huge
Wow.
against dragons. And see, it's going to be start to turn 10. High Lord previously had the initiative, but we'll roll again at the start to turn 10. And if any of you can make it back, you'll be controlling the same armies. And if you can't, no problem. And we might have more players next time. So if there's anyone watching that's interested in playing, just let me know. DM me, and we can add you to the forces. We can look at the roster, and we can see that we have quite a few forces now for people to control.
Yep.
All right. That's it. Thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you
Tom.
so much,
It's
Tom.
fun.
Thank you.
That was
fun.
great.
Cheers.